welcome back. Today we're going to work on the front of the house again. We need to remove some more siding slats to go up a little bit, and we're going to get above this old damaged tar paper and reapply tar paper as kind of a house wrap slash flashing to seal this all up. And we're also, before we put the new tar paper on, we're going to go around the new rim joist and sill and seal it with silicone. Well, I just spent probably the last 45 minutes looking for my staple gun, which was not in the place it was supposed to be because somebody didn't put it away. Stupid, stupid, stupid. This is dumb. You're not supposed to do it this way. Don't do this. Okay, so this is probably one of the sketchier things that I've done carpentry wise. Don't really like it, but seemed to work okay. It's about a 25-inch long piece. I ripped at an angle, basically made a gigantic shim, because we have some variance in our sill plate here. So we need to go from about 5/8 down to 0 on the end as far as the taper. So we're going to install this because it sticks out further down here than it does down there when we added that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put this piece in to blend it in. Got all the new furring strips installed. We wrapped the house with some tar paper to use basically as house wrap or flashing. Cut out a few spots around the trim of the door that were damaged and replaced those. But we're really close, if not ready, to put siding back on. You know, I think I could spend a whole day filming people loading stuff at Lowe's just for entertainment purposes. Look what I found today. Look at this idiot. What is that, like a 6-foot bed and like a 16-foot long piece? Ah, I think it'll ride. What do you think? We made it. Ratchet straps. Old jib crane posts. I really have no idea what people did before they had ratchet straps. These things are just amazing. Oh yeah. So before we cover it up, I just wanted to show you the nasty mess we made with the tar, if that's even in focus. But that's gonna seal that up. We also went up here before we put those siding boards on. It's kind of hard to see, it's black on black, but it's a nasty mess. But should effectively seal up all those cracks where the tar paper ends. And then of course we went up this side too. Just real quick on this cement board siding that we got. We're just putting it on because it matches the cedar lap siding that's on here relatively closely. But you really should wear a respirator when cutting this, and you're not even supposed to use power tools. But we're going to take our old circular saw, put an old blade on it that I keep just for stuff like this, put on our mask, and we're going to zip across here. I'm going to cut it from the back side because my saw blade comes up, and that way if it splinters anything, it'll fold it up this way. I lost you midway through the process on the corner installs. We got this side all installed. Now we're going to go over to the other side. So the trick to these, which I screwed up on the other side once and had to pull a nail, is you shove the lower one in underneath the upper level before you nail this one, because the nail sometimes goes through this and this corner. So sometimes it'll go through the one above and the one below. So I'll put you on and time lapse here, and we're going to install these corners, and then we have to come up with some trim pieces for there. Okay, so we were lucky enough to lose one of these old corners, so this step just became a lot harder. We're gonna have to make one, and we're gonna try to make one out of this old piece of aluminum gutter. So I need one of these out of this. Well, the new piece didn't turn out too bad. We got a little offset here from the bottom tabs. I'm going to use this post to pound them back so they're both flush, but not too hateful. Might have to trim this one a little bit. Yeah, pretty sure it's gonna work. Whipped up a couple trim filler pieces. Made this out of pressure treated 2x4s. Just made a quick notch to keep this from going into the corner where we put the tar paper, and also beveled the bottom so it doesn't jam into the back curve of the tar paper. So we're going to put a little silicone caulk on the top side here before we shove it in there, and hope it fits on the first try, because it's going to get really messy if it doesn't, which means I'll probably have to take it in and out 3 or 4 times. So at least that's my usual luck. Oh yeah. Right side. I think it's a little long. I'm gonna get the multi-tool and buzz just a little off the bottom here and hope it'll go in the rest of there without taking it out. I think we're gonna call this a wrap on this video. We got all the siding back on the house. We still need to do a little sealing beneath the threshold. I need to pick up some more basically tar sealant. We're gonna tape it off and make a nice uniform line of tar and bead in the corner where the siding meets the threshold, just to make sure it's 100% waterproof. But here she is. There's the new siding. We still need to paint it, of course. We put in the new patch pieces and the trim. We'll have to paint that white, obviously, so we can paint that. We're gonna fill this with foam. Next time we open a can of foam, cut it off flush, and then paint all this brown. Same with this hole here. A new trim piece or corner piece didn't work too bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not too bad. And you can see I got a little messy down there. The plan is to put a tape line about 1 inch to 1.5 inches down from the bottom of the threshold and use a putty knife to make it all uniform all the way across, and then make sure there's a nice solid bead. We're a little low in the corner here. Make sure that whole gap is filled with tar. That way no moisture can get in there. So way better than bare wood in the front of the house. Looks a little less hokey. Still hokey, but a little less. As for the deck, we're thinking about coming out this direction about 8 feet, so roughly around in here, and going all the way to the corner. So it's going to be about a 8-foot by 16-foot wood platform. Okay, everybody, if you liked this video or thought it was informational or helped you in any way, I'm very happy for that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like this video, and hit that subscribe button over in the right hand corner. Thanks, everybody.